President Trump is touting the spending bill that House Republicans are putting forward to avoid a government shutdown. But Democrats are rejecting the plan, saying it's a non-starter. For more on this, let's bring in South Carolina GOP Congresswoman Sheri. Congresswoman, thanks for joining us this afternoon. You can really only lose one vote in the House if Republicans are trying to get this through without any Democratic votes. Can you do it?
Well, good afternoon, Rich, and thank you so much for having me today. I feel very confident that the Republicans are going to stick together and we're going to continue to see America first and in supporting President Trump's agenda.
House Democrats, in particular, the top Democrat on the House Appropriations Committee, had this to say about that spending bill.
It's a blank check. It's a blank check to Elon Musk and to President Trump, and it allows them what I call this is stealing. This is stealing taxpayers' dollars that were intended to go to American families and to businesses.
So what about that? Do you think that any Democrats are going to come along with this funding bill, or do they represent largely what Congresswoman DeLauro has to say?
Well, I think a lot of the Democrats, they made a terrible impression, and America had a front row seat to what happened at the congressional address when President Trump was talking about being unified and putting America first. And I think we have to go back to our constituents. We have to see what's best. For me, it's South Carolina's 3rd congressional district. And I know our constituents here, they want less government. They just want to work and take care of their families and live in a safe, comfortable environment, and that's what I support. I think the Democrats are just causing chaos. They're seeking division. They're desperate, and it's utterly ridiculous. And absolutely the disrespect that they showed the President of the United States, I think it's absurd. And I don't care which party you align with, it's un-American.
Congresswoman, you also served the country as a lieutenant colonel in the Air National Guard. There are cuts in the works for the Department of Veterans Affairs. Are you concerned about those cuts and delivering services to our country's veterans?
I fully support veterans, and I believe in a strong military. I think right now, more than ever, Americans see the importance of that. But I can tell you that there is wasteful spending, and we're seeing that as we're uncovering these layers and layers of waste. And I don't think anyone is going to be pushed aside. I think we're going to look at everything and try to make sure that the taxpayers' dollars are being used very wisely, and I think that's what we have to do. We don't have an option.
Do you think DOGE has moved too quickly on its cuts, and have you been hearing from your constituents about DOGE's work?
Well, that's one of the questions that's come up in our district. I believe, and make no mistake about it, President Trump is in control. Elon Musk is just working under the president's guidance, and he's formed a team. It's not a one-man show. These people are looking hard at spending. They're looking at the programs, and I believe in transparency, and I believe in accountability. And I think although we are pausing some of those programs, once the president is able to, and we as Congress are able to look at our programs and our plans and where the money is going, I think we'll see the ship turn soon.
And you think Congress is going to come in and codify a lot of what's happened? There are a number of lawsuits saying that the administration has no right to shut down agencies that Congress created, whether it's USAID or the Department of Education. Is Congress in these negotiations going into the latter part of this year going to put that into legislation and make that law?
Trump has taken bold action, and I think that's what the Americans want. We saw that with the election. He's doing exactly what the people expect. He's protecting our tax dollars, and he's making sure that the money is used to put America first. And that's what we all need to get behind him, regardless of your party.
The president's gotten some criticism from even conservatives about his plans on tariffs. Do you support his tariffs?
So I do support the president. I feel like he is doing what he has to do right now. Number one, to provide safety to our nation. So you mentioned that I am a verb currently in the military, and we have to put America first. And if that means safeguarding us against the Mexican cartels and making sure that we keep the fentanyl out, he's taken bold measures, and it may be drastic, but I think he's showing strength, and I think we need to support him.
But if it means higher prices, do you think that can go on for a long time?
I feel like it's only temporary. I think it's going to be short term.
All right. Congresswoman Sheri Biggs, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Rich.